everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having an amazingly relaxing weekend. Welcome back to the greenhouse. No, I haven't been able to get the big greenhouse up yet. I've been kind of busy with other things, so, give me a little bit of slack. But look, the greenhouse is doing really well. Look at these geraniums. Aren't they amazing? And my favourite one is this one, which is called Crocodile. But then I also like this one, which is like a Vancouver Centennial, they call it, and it looks like a little maple leaf, which I think is awesome. My tomatillos, which I realise a lot of Brits may not know, have started to flower. My cucumbers are thinking about flowering, so are these cucumbers. My tomatoes are doing amazingly well. It's all growing here. It is quite amazing. I am actually filming this late in the evening, so the sun is kind of behind the house. So it may not look like we've had a particularly sunny day, but we generated, I think, 50 kilowatt hours on the roof today, which is not bad at all. And hey, look, it's the summer solstice next week, so the sun is going to start to, spend less time in the sky. So we need to make use of it as best we can. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we've had lots more rain, and that has meant that things are growing pretty darned quickly. It's become a bit of a joke because obviously we had the heat pump put in and we haven't needed AC because it's been really, really freaking cool. And that's okay, I can cope with that. But it's done wonderful things for my vegetable garden. My leeks, my cauliflower, my broccoli, all of my herbs. They are growing amazingly. I'm going to put the corn in this weekend, I promise. Corn is finally going in. It's very quick growing corn, so it should be fine. Don't look at my onion patch because I've got some weeds that I need to take out. But my peas and my beans are growing amazingly, as is my grass. I need to cut that again very soon. But my broad beans or fava beans are starting to get some actual flowers on. So we're going to get some broad beans, fava beans very soon. Chickens are doing great, so that is good as well. So let's talk about the thing that I want to talk to you about this weekend, specifically making money from an electric vehicle. Now, let's face it, right now, the economy is heading towards a bear market here in the United States. It may even have entered a bear market by the time this video goes up, because I'm recording it a little bit early. And money is becoming tight, whether you are somebody who is, working a really well-paid job or somebody who is a student who's trying to make ends meet or while going to school. We could all use a bit of extra money because inflation's going through the roof and the cost of things are going up. That wasn't a chicken. That was me sitting next to my trailer. That's quite an interesting sound. It did sound like a chicken in distress. Anyway, I have a lot of friends who have electric vehicles, as you might expect, and some of them have started to use their electric vehicles to earn money for them when they're not doing their day job. Be it they've started working a couple of evenings a week for food delivery services, or they've decided that they are going to rent their car out on Turo when they're not using it. Because obviously, right now, if you have an electric car and you can rent it out on Turo or something else like that, you stand to make a lot of money because, let's face it, people would much rather rent your electric car than pay $5 or more US dollars per gallon or equivalent to fuel their own vehicles. So if they've got a long distance trip, it actually makes more sense for them to hire a car than it does for them to try and use a petrol car and scrape together that extra fuel, especially if their car is a big old SUV and it doesn't get a very good gas mileage. I actually have a friend who has to make a trip in a couple of weeks' time and they are hiring an electric car because it's going to cost less for them to hire the electric car to make the trip, and their company's paying for it, than it would for them to take their petrol car and then claim the miles back. So There has to be someone out there who is making money from all of this. There have to be people out there who have EVs and who are making money from the EVs because they have an EV sitting on their driveway, or because they can do things for less than somebody else with a petrol car. And I would love to know if you are somebody like that. So maybe you're doing like Uber or Lyft, maybe you're doing Uber Eats or Grubhub or something like that. Or maybe, as I said, you're just renting your car out to other people, whether it is officially or unofficially. Tell us in the comments below why you decided to do that, how easy or hard it was, and whether you would recommend other people do it. Now, I know some people actually even purchase electric vehicles specifically to put on car share or ride share networks. And I'm not so interested in people who do that, because if you can do that, you can probably already afford the extra money and you don't really need the extra income. So then it becomes more of an investment strategy. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I've got investment strategies, but I think it's more interesting if you are someone who's going, you know what, things are a little difficult right now. I think I'm going to invest some extra time, get my car on one of these networks, or I'm going to do some ride sharing or whatever, just to make some extra money. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is it for today. Thank you for joining me. And of course, I will be back next week with another Sunday Musing. Hopefully by then, we will have a pickup truck and there is an unboxing on the way. You hopefully have already seen the Goodbye Artemis video, which was very sad to make. Artemis is actually still here. She's over waiting for the F-150 Lightning to arrive. But if you are a Patreon supporter, you might have already had a bit of a glimpse of what's coming. Anyway, be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to leave your thoughts below or in our free to join Discord chat room. There are links in the video description. And if you really did like this video, please do consider giving a super thanks. It's really easy to do, and anything you do send our way does help us continue to make awesome content. If you would like to have more mainstream videos, like talking about particular news stories in the EV world, or maybe an analysis or an unboxing, or something a little bit, roundup-y, like our news roundup show every weekend, make sure that you head over to our main channel and subscribe there and hit the notification bell, as of course you should also totally do the same here for Transport Evolved Take 2. This channel is more behind the scenes stuff, and because Michael and I have a fairly big road trip coming, you might see some more content on this channel very soon. And please do consider filling out our annual viewer survey. It runs through until the end of the month, so if you can, please consider. We've had like 670 people who've responded or thereabouts, and let's see if we can get it up to 1,000 before the end of the month. Thanks on behalf of the entire TE crew go out to the folks on my right for being our $15 to $49 a month supporters. Thank you very much to our $50 a month supporters. That's Chris Maxwell, Pedro Muopinheiro, Patrick Boyarski, Bennett Elder, Brian Newton, Dave Kitchen, Michael Goad, Ricky Leon, Andrew Martin, Guido Drahota, Brophy Wolf, Tazza in the Gong, Gordon C, Stephen O'Donoghue, Carl Hodgson, Anthony Coates, Regine Fellows, Jim Burness, Chris Ascenta, Chris and Michael Johnson, Peter Dillinger and Denny Hyde, and our deepest gratitude as always to our $100 a month supporters. They are Anonymous Freak, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, Rory Litwin, Joe Bresney, Reed R, JP Fagerback, Russ, Will Graylin, Matthew Drobnak, John Lyons, Andrew Glenn, Paul Conway, Laura Reynolds, Ellery Hensley, and last but not least, Ian. If you would like to join that wonderful list of amazing people, you can do so by following one of the links below. You can support us on Patreon, you can use the join button on the main YouTube channel, or I think you can also do that here now as well on the secondary channel. And of course, you can also go to Ko-fi and send us a coffee. You can use Bitcoin if you feel so inclined, although a lot of people don't like the environmental footprint, quite rightly so. For those who are curious, we keep our Bitcoin wallet on a Raspberry Pi that only ever runs occasionally, so no worry to us at least, because solar, but I know that the rest of the blockchain obviously does consume a lot of electricity. Or you can buy some swag from our swag store. And there are still Pride t-shirts in the store, and they will remain there for the rest of the year. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next weekend on this channel. I'll see you tomorrow on the main channel. But until then, keep evolving.